Jake Tapper rips Trump's Zelensky insults, breaking with basic decency. CNN's Jake Tapper accused President Donald Trump of breaking with truth and basic decency Wednesday over comments he made earlier in the day about Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Trump began the day blasting Ukraine's leader as a dictator, who was a mediocre comedian before he entered politics. The comments came after Trump signaled he would seek to broker an end to Russia's 3-year war against Ukraine without any input from Kiev. The president claimed Tuesday that Ukraine started the war. On the lead, Tapper opened his show with a scorching commentary of Trump. This is more than him just breaking with tradition. His breaking with facts. His breaking with truth, and in some ways, his breaking with basic decency. Just as we saw the president look at these images from January 6th and decide, ultimately, that the people beating up the cops are patriots and the FBI agents and prosecutors who went after the cop beaters were the bad guys. The president is once again falsely casting Ukraine, the victim of an aggressive and bloody territorial seizure, as the aggressor, and Zelensky, who did suspend elections while his country is in the middle of the fight for its life. As permitted by his country's constitution, President Trump called Zelensky a dictator, while former KGB officer Vladimir Putin, whose political opponents have a habit of ending up in prison or the morgue while President Trump uses no such words for him. Trump criticized Zelensky Wednesday morning, writing, "Think of it, a modestly successful comedian, Volodymyr Zelensky, talked the United States of America into spending $350 billion to go into a war that couldn't be won, that never had to start, but a war that he, without the US and Trump, will never be able to settle. The United States has spent $200 billion more than Europe, and Europe's money is guaranteed, while the United States will get nothing back. Why didn't sleepy Joe Biden demand equalization? In that this war is far more important to Europe than it is to us. We have a big, beautiful ocean as separation." On top of this, Zelensky admits that half of the money we sent him is missing. He refuses to have elections, is very low in Ukrainian polls, and the only thing he was good at was playing Biden like a fiddle. A dictator without elections. Zelensky better move fast or he is not going to have a country left. In the meantime, we are successfully negotiating an end to the war with Russia, something all admit only Trump, and the Trump administration, can do. Biden never tried, Europe has failed to bring peace, and Zelensky probably wants to keep the gravy train going. I love Ukraine, but Zelensky has done a terrible job. His country is shattered, and millions have unnecessarily died, and so it continues.